Okay, here is, section 4.5 and 4.6.
Perfect timing.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, this section was about complex numbers. And you're gonna walk in front of the screen.
And smile, as always.
Okay, that's fun. Anyone else? Okay, so let's review. These are called complex numbers. A complex number is a real and an imaginary number, right? What are the different things that you can do with complex numbers? You can add, subtract, multiply, divide. So what are the things that you need to know? Well, to subtract, you know what we do, right? We distribute the negative, that was easy. If you were multiplying, we FOILed. And what was I squared, by the way, equal to? Do you remember?
-1.
-1.
Boom.
Yep, boom. Okay, boom.
Man,
Okay, then,
I'm good.
this is important. This is on your exam. I to the 235 power. How do you do that?
I
Well, if
squared
it's odd.
to the 117 because you have to divide it,
Good job.
and then I.
Okay, so what you do, since we know what I squared is, you're gonna cut this power in half. And 2 goes in to 235, 117. But since it's an odd power, 1 is left over. Right? It's odd, there's an I left over.
See,
So we know that I squared is -1. And -1 to an odd power, whoops, is -1, and we have -1i. Do you remember that?
No.
No?
yes,
That's on your test.
I do.
What was the rule, like, for the numbers, like, if it was odd or even?
What do you mean?
Like, when you divided by 2, if it was odd, it was this, if it was...
There's
Okay,
like the big number and then this little number and the big number. If it was an odd, it was negative.
okay, if this power is odd, see if I can remember how the trick. If the big power is odd,
It was like
it's
negative.
gonna be an I. If this is odd, it's gonna be a -I, right?
See,
If this is odd and this is even, it's gonna be a positive I. Does that make sense?
see. So if it's even, it'd be 1.
If it's even, yep, if this is even, it'll be 1. But if this is odd, it'll be -1.
Got it.
Alright, well, I'll figure it out. Alright.
The other thing that you really need to make sure you know how to do on this test is number 9. Oh, you better know how to do this one. How do you rationalize the denominator here?
Don't you do like put the top to like times it by 4 plus 3i?
Yep.
And then the bottom too.
Just to get over to the top, right?
Let's do it. Let's do it. So,
So,
what's this called? A conjugate, right?
Yeah.
So on top, you get, what's 5 times 4?
20 plus 15i minus 8i minus 6i squared.
Good.
So it'd be 7. Or no, it'd be
Well,
7.
let's do that at the end. Then let's do the bottom.
8,
No,
whoops, 16.
16. That's a common mistake.
And then they cancel,
Yeah.
and then it's negative 9i squared.
This is always a minus sign, and then minus 9i squared. Okay, now let's simplify. So we have 20 plus what? What do these two add up to be?
7.
11i. What is this number right here?
6.
Over 16 plus 9. Right? Little by little. You don't have to be a hero and do it all in one step. So what are these two numbers?
26 plus 7i.
Over
25.
25. Now, this is where, and I don't know on your test, but if there is a number that you could divide all three of these by, you have to do so.
You take it out.
This one you can't
You have
vary.
to take it out. You can't.
Okay.
What's that? What about number 10? Do we have to know that?
No,
No. Okay.
no.
Alrighty.
But if you want the extra credit,
Do the
Gotta
packet.
do
you have
it.
to do the packet. If you want the extra credit for your exam.
I just want to pass my exam. I'm gonna be honest.
Amen. Hallelujah.
All right, moving
Yeah.
along.
Okay.
What do you remember about these questions right here?
Which ones?
Oh, making the,
Ooh, I know.
You have to
I know
make,
this one.
you
I
have
know
to make a
this
thingy, make a
Zero.
equation thingy.
Let's do this one right here.
Okay.
If I give you a polynomial, I tell you you have a polynomial, and I say that the degree is 4, and one of the zeros is -3, and one of the zeros is 7 minus I.
Oh wait.
I remember this.
What?
But I
Alright,
didn't
but
say
when you have a 7 minus I, you have to have a 7 plus I, right?
Yeah.
You have to have the opposite.
Yeah.
I just want to say that.
Do you remember how to do this?
So, somewhat, yeah.
Not really.
Not really.
I remember doing it, I just don't remember what the heck I'm doing.
So you're gonna have x plus 3 squared.
Okay, so how do you write it's a degree of 4, even though this is 1 0 and this is 1 0? Complex, this is a complex 0, they come in pairs, so you have this 0 as well, right?
Yeah.
Don't you need one more?
How do you write this 0? Now, why did I do that?
Because it's
that's,
3 or 4.
you need 4.
Coolio.
Remember this?
Yes.
Oh yeah. And then, are we gonna leave it like that, or
No.
gonna distribute
No.
it all?
Nope. Okay, so now, does everyone understand why I put a 2 here and not here or here?
Because it's a degree of 4.
Because it's a degree of 4, and I can't put a 2 here or here, because these come in pairs. So now, You do not leave this like that. You have to do what? This is what we learned in class. We
Yeah.
distributed this negative. And then we said, oh, remember this? This is the
Yeah.
difference of two perfect squares.
That looks like the same thing. They're just in different places. Isn't it supposed to be like x negative 7 are grouped?
X minus, it's x minus, and then x minus.
Isn't it supposed to be like x minus 7 and then negative I or something like that? Like I'm pretty sure those are supposed to be grouped in some portion.
Seven minus I, 7 plus I.
You're purposely over there, aren't you?
So, what do I have wrong? Why am I drawing a blank here? It's the opposite of 7 minus I and 7 plus I.
Just sharpen it.
Okay, look, we got it on the way. That's plus.
Does anybody have the old test? Katie, I know you did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Which one's the math?
I'm sorry, you guys. You gotta put your parentheses here.
That is what I just
know.
said.
I'm sorry. You're gonna FOIL this, so you get x minus 7 squared, and then minus I squared. I've taught this a zillion times.
What I said.
Okay, so how do you factor this? How do you factor that? It's x squared minus 14x plus 49. And then what's this equal to? 1. Right?
What's this one here?
This is x plus 3 squared.
Wait.
This, you guys, let me take another piece of paper out for
So
you.
we FOILed the x minus 7.
Yeah, this is x minus 7.
X minus 7, we FOIL it.
This is x times x is x squared
I got it.
minus 7x plus 49, which is x squared minus 14x plus 49. Remember that?
Yes.
And then this is plus 1.
How is it plus 1 when we do minus 1?
No,
I squared is negative, and then there's
Be
negative
plus
for us,
50.
which is positive. I got it.
got it?
Yep, I got it.
So what is this equal to?
That's 50.
That's 50. Got it?
Yeah.
See?
Can you picture a 50 there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I have to write it?
No.
Okay.
You got it?
Got
So
it.
so we leave it like that now?
Yep. So on your test, you would see this answer as x plus 3 squared times x squared minus 14x plus 50.
Can you move over the sheet?
And that, yes,
Press yes.
Alright.
that is your polynomial. And by the way, polynomials do not have negative exponents, they're not in the denominator, remember all that stuff? Make sure you review that, it's on your test. Got it?
Solid. Next.
So,
Alrighty.
Is there gonna be one like 15 on it?
Yeah, is there gonna be a 15?
no,
Sweet.
it's like 14.
So what about 16?
Isn't 16 you have to do the synthetic division?
Sorry, can you do 16 anyways?
Now, 16 is on your test. And I went over it in 4th hour.
Alright.
Okay. If you take your calculator, do you remember when we did this on, in chapter 4 with the PQ method? You were not allowed to use your calculator. You did factors of P over Q, remember the test? Synthetic division, remember all that?
Okay.
Okay, now, guess what? You have your calculator. So I'm gonna tell you how to do this test, very easy with your calculator. This exam should be easy for you guys. All you have to do is type this in your calculator and find your first easy zero and hit menu, analyze graph. As soon as you find your first zero, you can use synthetic division to break it up, find all the zeros. Actually, you don't even have to use synthetic division, you can find all your zeros. But at some point, see this word all?
Yes.
Do you know what that means?
Oh, there's not gonna be normal ones. Wait, what?
That means all real.
So it's not like the imaginary ones with 2 inside that it says.
Real, all of them, real and imaginary. This one wanted all real and imaginary. This was real and imaginary. All of them. If they want the real ones, you have to find the real ones are the ones like the square root of 3. Now, unfortunately, on your calculator, it's not gonna say, let's say the graph hits, let's say something goes like this. And let's say this answer is 0.35. And the answer is like 0.3517924. But that's not one of your answers on your test. They're written like this. Like that.
Wait, that's not what my graph looks like though.
Well, then
I'm just making it up.
Oh, okay.
I just made this up.
Okay.
Well, I just take
So
the
what
decimal.
could you do? Let's talk about this. This is a good conversation. What you could do, I just made this up. This is not this. I didn't take the time to graph this.
Alrighty.
So let's say you graph something. I'm gonna cover that up. You graph a polynomial. This one is an integer. Let's say this is -3. This one is gonna end up being an irrational, something like that. And this one is gonna be some kind of irrational one. This is a cube root 1. So this is something x to the 3rd power, because there's 3 roots on it. Well, what you could do is if you know that this -3 is a root, you could take your polynomial and you could do synthetic division with it. So do your whatever, and you're gonna have here some polynomial here where it's gonna be x squared, and then you could use the quadratic formula to find these 2 answers. And that's how you would solve it. Am I too
You need to go,
up,
yeah,
up,
yeah,
up, up,
just
up,
keep going.
zoom in,
Just keep going. No, up, just up a lot.
up a lot, like there?
Like keep more.
Are you
One.
kidding?
Keep going.
Move it up, move
Still at
it.
the top.
Jen, move the camera.
Second.
Yeah, but you have to keep going though still. Like it's, wait. It's a lot. I am like really
This is gonna be a good
it's
video.
frustrating.
This is gonna be a good video.
This is an amazing video. Wait, why won't it?
Is there a final only note to
It's like all like
chapter
do.
No, it's
Okay,
up to 5.
good enough.
four? Miss Odia?
If it's tilted, you can move it.
Yeah,
But like see like you only like see that it starts with like right there. Okay, but then you don't get the bottom.
It's pretty funny, man.
Okay, does everyone understand what I'm saying on this?
Yeah.
If, look at your answers, and if one of them, I'm sure one of them's gonna be an integer of some sort, and you can hit menu, analyze graph, find the good one, and the other ones, you can use synthetic division,
Or just guess.
or just guess.
I just take
You get a good
I
chance.
just take that irrational and plug it in my calculator, find out what the decimal comes out to, and match them up.
You got 25% chance again.
That's what I was planning on doing.
So if you use the quadratic formula, would you get both of the irrational numbers?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes, you will.
Miss
I'm
Odia,
like singing
Yes.
during it.
is their test only going up to 4.5?
No, we're doing chapter 7, or chapter 5.
Are you taking the test tomorrow?
We're kind of done. What?
Are you taking the test tomorrow?
You have your, actually,
All we have is 4.5 and 4.6.
Wait, are you?
I don't
I just want to get that over with.
I just want to review really quick,
Wow.
I feel
Review
like I think
over-
multiple
do you
choice.
remember all of the asymptote stuff?
Should we end the video?
Asymptote, huh?
Should we end the video? Is
No.
it still going? Okay.
No.
Just checking.
Can you review with me all of the different asymptotes?
There's the up and down one, and there's the side to side one, and then there's one. Oh, there's the one that goes straight across, like in a diagonal. That's the starts with P maybe.
I know.
Your vertical
Oh, it's like top
asymptotes,
heavy and bottom heavy, and then like y equals 0 is one of them, and then if it's like by 2, I don't remember everything. I just remember that.
your vertical asymptotes are the denominator, right? X equals 3, x equals -1. Your parabolic asymptotes and slant asymptotes and horizontal asymptotes. Okay, so is it bottom heavy?
Anyone
Is
need
it top heavy? Let's just make something up. Okay, I don't wanna do that.
Anyone need a flashcard while we're here and doing this?
Okay, this is top heavy. If it's top heavy by 2 degrees, it has a what?
Horizontal. Parabolic.
Parabolic.
It has a parabolic asymptote. Okay, top heavy by
That's
2, it has a parabolic asymptote. If it's top heavy by 1, it has a slant asymptote. So then it would have a slant. If the degrees are the same, now it has a
Horizontal.
horizontal. How do you find the horizontal? You take the degree of the numerator over the degree of the denominator. So it'd be y equals 2/4, which is 1/2. Right? What if it's bottom heavy? What if it's bottom heavy? What if this was degree of 12? Then it would be y equals 0.
What is it, the one that if it's equal?
If they're equal to each other, like y equals 2x to the third over 5x to the third plus 7, there I'll do something like that,
You take 2/5.
it'd be 2/5.
Okay.
Y equals 2/5. Okay? So, moving along, you should be able to do those. Oh, another one I forgot to do. One more I forgot to do is, what did I do with mine? One more, I don't wanna jip you guys.
Oh.
How do you solve this one right here?
The choice in the middle.
X to the 4th plus 7x squared minus 8. You guys can do this one,
How you
right?
just did it right there.
Factor it, x squared plus 8, x squared minus 1. This is on your test.
What page is that on?
This is on that last test, the one we did with the, with these zeros.
Our last test?
On the chapter 4 test.
Chapter 4 test.
This is on the chapter 4 test.
Writer.
Let me run a sip.
This is number 12 on the chapter 4 test.
Is it the 4.1, 4.3
It's
Number
quiz?
12 on the 4, it's 4,
look for what
5
it
to
looks
4,
like it.
6.
4, 5. It's right here.
You're gonna factor it and then set them equal to each other and
What does
Okay.
that do?
huh?
I don't know what it is around. I'm not, minus 12. That's their minimum.
Okay, are you good? Or no? All you do is make sure you have a 0 on one side and factor it. Okay, now stop the camera for a second.